We are back, my lovely followers. We are back. I don't know what happened that time. Some type of glitch, like I'm not very good with this technology thing. Like I'm still learning how to make videos. It's probably because I'm walking around in the woods and I don't know, maybe I just don't have a good connection out here. That's probably why. But anyway, it's like I wanted to discuss, we were discussing Zionism and its harmful impact upon America. And I think if we're going to discuss Zionism, we really have to start from the beginning. The history of this movement, this warmongering cult that has seized control of our government and makes all these foreign policy decisions that actively hurt Americans. And we have to go back to the beginning. And if you go back to the beginning of Zionism, well, it leads to a man named John Nelson Darby, a former Anglican priest from Britain from the 1890s. He was a British Anglican priest in the 1890s who started a movement. It's like a bunch of complicated crap happened that I'm not going to get into all of it. Like if you want a detailed hour-long lecture, like my lovely followers can feel free to look up the YouTube channel Bruce Gore. He has a long lecture series on it that's pretty informative, that goes into great detail. You can look into that, but it started with a man named John Nelson Darby, who essentially came up with this ideology called dispensationalism, this thing that was invented by men to benefit earthly empires. It was made up less than 300 years ago, and it caught on. Like first in Britain, and then eventually it came to America. And that is where we meet the true false prophet, like the man who started this whole Zionist fiasco in America and corrupted everything, John Nelson Darby. Sorry, it's just not just Cyrus Schofield, not John Nelson Darby. I'm sorry. Cyrus Schofield, not... I don't know why I said that. Apparently my brain is not functioning today. You will just have to bear with me, my lovely followers. Like, my brain is it's not firing on all cylinders, you know? But anyway, Cyrus Schofield, he pretty much wrote his own version of the Bible, the Schofield Reference Bible, where he made up a bunch of crap about Israel. Like, he started this belief that, they're gonna come back to the land, and we have to support them for the end times. You know, all this nonsense that's getting innocent people hurt. You know, that is causing wars. This warmongering cult called evangelical Zionism. And it's funny because the evangelical Zionists talk endless crap about Islam. But yet they themselves are a death cult. They themselves are a violent cult that wants to support a war. That is what they support. Like, that is why we have been in the Middle East for 20 years, fighting a quagmire that did not benefit Americans. It's because of these people. Because we are controlled by a cult of wackos who do not have our best interests at heart, who do not care about us whatsoever. This cult I talked about the history of, which I give a very brief explanation. Like I said before, like if you want a more detailed explanation, go to Bruce Gore, or go to my YouTube channel and I'll post the name of it. I have a long playlist that covers all this stuff. If you want more information and a more detailed explanation that can fit into a short TikTok video, But that's where it started. It was this deceiver, this Cyrus Schofield, who was a womanizing coward. Like, he abandoned his country in the Civil War, deserted. He abandoned his family. He was a raging alcoholic. He was never certified or ordained by anyone. He was just this random guy that was used by opportunistic, manipulative people to start a cult, to start this ideology, this poisonous Zionist ideology. That has caused us to fight a 20-year war in the Middle East. Oh, and by the way, like what I said about earlier about like Israel breaking the ceasefire, I was right. I looked it up, and it was Lebanon that they struck. Just like FYI. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this rant is going to piss off a lot of people in the evangelical community, and to be frank, I don't care. Like, I'm sick of this cult. I'm sick of my government being controlled by a bunch of delusional warmongers who think that, like, carrying out war crimes against Palestinians is going to make Jesus come back quicker. Like, it's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's like, why are we over there? What happened to America first? Like, is it such a crazy idea that, like, the tax dollars we pay should go to support us? The people who live here? Is that such a crazy concept? That we shouldn't be fighting all these foreign wars? That we should fix all the problems that plague our society? But no, we can't fix any of them because we're controlled by a bunch of delusional cultists who believe it's the end of the world. Booga, booga, booga. And we're all forced to pay for it. These Zionist war criminals. These conniving, the hook-nosed mafia. Let's just call it what it is, the hook-nosed. And look, like, I don't want to be accused of anti-Semitism. Like, I have nothing against non-Zionist Jews, okay? Like, organizations like Jewish Voice for Peace, Norman Finkelstein, like, they have my support. Like, I'm not against non-Zionist Jews. I'm not an anti-Semite. Like, I say inflammatory things sometimes, but, like, that's just to get attention. Because I like doing that. Like, I like getting attention. I like having the... I hope to gain more followers. I hope to piss off the conservative media enough to get attention. But I'm not an anti-Semite. Like, I have nothing against non-Zionists. I just want to state that plainly. That I am not against non-Zionist Jews. That I have no problem with them, and that I support some of them. But it's just this cult, you know? It's just this deranged Zionist cult within sections of Judaism and Christianity that has taken over our country. Along with the corrupt oligarchs and everything else. And yeah, like, I know this has gone on for a while, but I just wanted to get... I'm going to bring this rant to an end soon. I had to film this, like, 3 times, because, like, I didn't like it the second time. I don't feel like I was clear enough. Like, I wanted to really get the history down so people can learn and educate themselves and learn the truth. And not just repeat slogans, but actually know the truth of this movement and why it's false. And I guess I'll bring this to a close. And hope that my lovely followers have a good day. Yep, you guys have a good day. Another rant. Bit long-winded, but that's okay. See ya.